Um, Wonderful. Welcome to the Recreation Commission meeting. It's Thursday, January 8th, 2026. Glad you guys are all here. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yay. So we get ready for a fun 2026. Ready to roll? Shall we? I know you saw the minutes
Yes,
previously
motion to
when
approve.
Kathleen sent them out.
Second.
Yes. Wonderful. Good news. All right, so I get the first item on the agenda is the fiscal year 27 budget. So I'm thrilled that the recreation department is in the budget. The recreation department is in the budget only for the recreation director's salary. I met with and I from our previous minutes, when I received the budget worksheet from Mary Beth, I filled it back out and I added the $10,000 and that we had talked about before for activities and expenses, basically to take care of the pool.
Yeah.
So I met with Kathy Keefe on Tuesday and let her know why I did that. When I pulled all the numbers for electricity, for the expenses of the pool, for the expenses of telephone, for July through basically September, October, because the electric bill didn't come in till like later on. But it was $9,500 was expenses just for that. So that was my rationale for asking for the $10,000. And we had talked about that before, like the kind of like a ballpark. So I shared that with Kathy Keefe, and then I ended up I was at the FinCom meeting on Tuesday evening and shared that also along with the backup for that. So they were appreciative. They, see that in fiscal year 2025, we had $11,285 for activities fees. And we also had a line item for salaries for the park and the pool. And all of that was taken away last year. So the salaries was basically for the pool so that it could open earlier and stay open later. And it also took care of like the directors, because it was more hourly rate for them. So that was what was the reasoning for the salary line item. But all of that was taken away. So I was asking for hopefully at least the expenses back. So we'll see. It's in their hands now. This is a copy of what I submitted. I forgot to make more copies of it, but so it's in their hands. Hopefully we'll be able to do that, which would basically help us for not necessarily this spring, but it would help for, like, it wouldn't help us for the beginning of the fiscal year, but it would help us for the end. It would help us for I know it sounds so funny, but July of 27.
If we can carry a balance over, we can use it to fund.
Yeah, so it won't
waiting for our income. Is that?
Yeah, well, so this goes into effect July of 26.
Right.
So then by when we need the money for the pool, it will be April, May of 27.
Right.
So that was my thing, because we have as of the 30th of November, we have $32,500 in the revolving fund. Mm-hmm. So based on that, I am confident that we can open the pool for sure, barring any challenging issues. It costs about $10,000 to run the pool. That doesn't include the electricity, but just the opening and the chemicals and things like that. It was like right around $6,000 last year. I don't know officially what it'll be now, but and we also had to replace the chlorine pump, so that was $3,000.
Right.
So
yeah, I think Dan brought up that pump could be a capital expense if it's
Yes.
something. So,
I
but
don't
obviously
know
you
how
don't
to
know
do
until it fails. So
right.
usually you have to anticipate it like ahead of time.
Yes.
We need, but
And the
if you
pool
know
company
you have to buy something new that's worth, but you know that costs a significant amount. You know, it could be budgeted outside of our budget as a capital expense.
Okay.
So that's one way to, like, if we know something is old and about to fail or something. I understand though. I mean, if the thing fails in the middle of summer, you know, you're not going to go back in time and ask for a new one. So,
Yeah.
but it like so, but I think
So
insofar as we can anticipate any big ticket pool items, like I think Dan's point was we could try to view them as like a capital expenditure and fund it outside of our normal budget. So that if there's anything coming up, you know, like that's
right.
like on its last legs,
And that
would
was
be
one of the
something
things that's like
to
it's
do.
a hard thing to predict. Like
Yeah.
the pool company is phenomenal and they've been
Mhm.
great with taking care of that and trying to let us know like if there was something, but you're just like you said, if something happens, you're
You gotta fix
okay,
it.
we gotta
Yeah.
fix it.
Yeah.
In terms of like the actual pump for the pool, we do have one that we refurbished. So if it did have an issue, and the DPW was fabulous about being able to help with that, and they have it stored in their facility, so
Good.
we're good with that.
Good.
But if that happens, the chlorine pump, the pH pump, those things are they're it's the temperamental kind of thing. If it's like if it gets corroded, or if it's crazy weather, or they did install. They have a fan. We have a fan in there now, so when the pump is on, there's a fan that's going to clear out the chlorine gases. So that's helpful. That was also put in. So hopefully we'll be okay.
It should be
The
like
only
the
thing
police
that we
department
were
and lease everything every 3 years.
Every 3 years.
Whatever.
I have a quick question just to clarify about the money that we have in expenses, just as I'm writing them in. So right now, the only budgeted item is the director's salary,
yes,
and then we asked for $10,000 more.
yes.
The 32,500 that's in the revolving, what does that go towards? Because I remember just over the summer last year thinking it was pretty dire straits. Like that's why we didn't have the 4th of July. Does the 32,500?
Well, it was at the end
Yeah.
because we didn't have that. But this ended up to be because we ended up saving on salaries
Okay.
because we didn't have as much staff or as the high rate of staff because those two people who were like the directors, they were not the directors. And so another group of people is on, so they're at a less.
Okay.
So
So this is all rollover from last year.
It's just I think it's cumulative.
Okay.
Really.
Great.
So with that's that's what we have to work with. So that's before. So we did use some of it because of like the egg hunt and things like that. We did use some of it, but that's what we have now, and that's based on all the program fees that came in from. Because anything that comes in for program fees goes into the revolving fund.
Cool. Okay, awesome.
So I'm hopeful that we'll be okay for this coming, the end of this year. Do you know what I mean? To be able to, and I will hopefully we have some of that. We haven't put out yet the program information. I haven't set that up with Unipay or anything like that. That's on the agenda to talk about fees and stuff for programming. So that's where we're at. Minus a few, probably maybe $1,000 or so for electric bills and things like that. Telephone bills.
Do we have any expenses before summer, before the pool?
We put the egg hunt on.
Okay. But no bills are coming or anything like.
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
No, just like the basic electricity for the pool house. We have 3 electric bills: the bathhouse, the pump and the ball fields. Those are all three of those are ours, so we have that, but it's of course at this point minimal.
Okay,
So
good. That's good.
we'll take it. All right. Moving on to spring egg hunt, which is something we have to think about planning, or we can table it. I just and the 4th of July event too. Spring egg hunt we have in March or
Yeah, Easter's like April 5th this year, so
yes,
probably March.
So we had it in March. I forget. Easter Bunny.
Easter was really late last year.
But yeah, this year it's like I think some April 5th, so you could do it in April too. If we're so inclined.
So we could probably. So Easter is April 5th. We usually did it like the week before, or did we do it the week before? Did we do it on the?
We've done it on the the Sunday before, because it was always a little bit of a thing where kids were in CCD.
Yes.
Right.
The Hanson kids always had something. Yeah.
So we're looking at the 21st, which is to do it on that Saturday.
21st or the 28th? 21st is 2 weeks before.
Yeah.
Yep. What would you like? I don't think that doesn't run into any, obviously, no April vacation worries, no.
Yeah, they're both free for me.
Sounds cold.
What?
The end of March.
I know.
Oh, I know.
It's cold.
It's all inside.
It's all inside anyway.
It's true.
Okay.
When they come in with their Easter outfits on, they're all spring Easter outfits, right? They're so cute. Ryan, do you have a preference?
Is it what the 29th we're looking at?
21st to the 28th.
Yeah, this Saturday.
Oh, I'd say the 28th.
It's because there's no athletic things happening. I mean, I think that's too early. I know, for the fields, we usually try and get everybody in there like beginning of April. I know they want to start in March, but usually games and stuff, it's just they get on for practices. So
no, you can expect the little leagues will start like that third week of April or so. They always do.
Yeah, Little League does.
Softball will start.
I know soccer likes to start early.
Soccer. Yeah, I think you're safe on like the end of March, and I don't think anyone's out there like March.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
It should be okay.
So if that's the case, then I can call Busy Bee and see if we can get the egg. Well, it's the maze, but
Yeah.
the egg hunt place, the egg hunt maze. So would you like to do it on the 21st or the 28th?
I like the 28th. It's a little closer.
Right before.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
And do we want to keep the same times that we had last
Yeah, I think
year?
so.
Because we started at like 9, right?
Mhm.
For the kids, and we went 9 to. Did we go 9 to 1, 9 to 12? I completely
was 9 to
forgot to bring my
12.
flyer home.
I don't think I have it on my computer. I don't think it went until 1.
9 to 12.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do 9 to 12.
I could be wrong, but I don't think it did.
All right, I'll look at the flyer and double check. But. And then Easter Bunny. We need Easter Bunny.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So you have to send that up to the.
This
higher
is on.
above
You
to
guys
see.
do this on a Sunday morning, is it? Or is it
Saturday.
It's a
We
Saturday.
do it on a
We
Saturday.
have done it on. We did
I
on a
would
Sunday
do
at least 1
Saturday.
year, and people
We
were.
did.
Yeah, I would
because
do
it was-
Saturday.
happy.
Yeah.
It was a challenge. We had something else. There was something else going on that
Isn't-
Saturday.
Yeah.
So
So
we
yeah,
did it
Saturday the
Sunday.
28th. Of course, I can see it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you have the window, it's fine. There are some kids going to CCD, but that's an hour long.
If
So
we have
they
it
could
from
do-
9 to 12, will it be like?
They get out
okay,
at
so
10:15,
oh,
so they'd
okay,
have
so they
time
can
to come
come
by.
then.
Yeah.
So we set it up so that it's like we like to have like the little kids come first. Like we do set it up. We try to set it up.
Yeah.
Unless we don't want to do that and we just want to say come whenever. Or do
I
you
mean,
like
they don't
it
listen to the instructions anyway. So, like, and I mean that with love, but
we
like,
do know, we do.
we
We do
families,
need that with love.
families come with kids that are all different ages.
Yes.
But I think having the limit to the amount of eggs,
Yeah.
they were pretty. Everyone was pretty good last
They
year
were.
when we were like, we don't want it to run out for the kids that come in.
That's
London.
we have that. Oh, that. So those are toy filled. But so there's two
Well,
things that
in
are
the years-
candy filled and one thing.
In
that's
the years
toy filled.
past, people have like filled. So, and actually, the smaller bags last year worked great too. So we did smaller bags, and so even if they filled it, it wasn't a huge
Yeah,
deal.
right.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. We did it at my church one year,
Oh yeah.
and it was like, okay, after mass we're gonna go out and take 5. Oh, that's all right. I'm just gonna leave early and take my kid out and take all the eggs.
Oh my
And
goodness!
to get out there, and this guy's fighting with me, throws them on the ground. Happy Easter.
Happy
I'm not
Easter.
doing this
Oh
again.
my goodness! Yeah, no.
The
is
small
not the
bags is a
plan.
great idea.
We could maybe. What if we could maybe do like a for kids 4 and under, or maybe even like I don't know, like little kids like have like the first
Yeah.
30 minutes so that they can like toddle through like uninhibited, and then
Okay.
have like 4 and up
Mhm.
anytime after, maybe something like that.
Okay, that sounds good.
Because I do remember like Dylan being 1 and wanting to walk around, but like
Yeah, but they
if kids are
can't-
bombing through, like you can't like
Yeah. And you got a good chance with you got to plan the typical family has 2 kids, about 2 years apart.
Yeah.
And if that's you're not going to have too many with 10-year-olds and,
Yeah.
toddlers like
Mm-hmm.
me, but not
Yeah,
that
yeah,
messy,
yeah.
Yeah.
but oh, funny. All right, I'll do get the flyer. I'll call Busy Bee and see. Hopefully, I'm sure that corn maze thing is not usually very popular in March, so
Yeah.
we'll be all right there. I can also ask our wonderful cookie maker if she wants to come.
What is her
Anything else? Was it
Sweet sensations.
sweet standards?
Sweet
Yeah.
standards.
And we have the backdrop for people to take photographs with the Easter Bunny. And I think that's on the crafts. I'll check the crafts to see what we have left from last year and order.
Did we have face painting last year? Did we? Oh no, we had glitter tattoos. I got one. It took a week to get off. Do we want to do that again or no? It was
$450.
For glitter tattoos?
Mm-hmm.
each. No, I'm just kidding. I'm so sorry. So I mean,
Or we can just do the crafts like we had.
maybe just the crafts, especially if we want to bring back the 4th of July event this year. Maybe opportunities like this where to not spend $450 and still have a lovely event probably makes sense, right?
Yep. Yeah, the Busy Bee is about $900.
How much does it cost to dry clean the suit?
That was about.
Because I
that
mean,
was
if I'm wearing it again,
that was 25, 50. That was 50.
Oh, I guess depending on what shape it's in, I could go without it. If it's
Oh
me
no!
wearing it again.
We'll just dry clean it. It's all
Okay.
right.
Yeah,
We don't need to worry about that.
Listen,
Because they
We're doing
They
a
take the
service.
head.
Yeah.
They take the head. They dry clean everything. They're great. So reasonable. No worries there. So do we need to do a motion to spend that money
we do.
for that?
A motion to appropriate the funds for the Easter egg hunt.
Second.
Yes.
Hooray! The July 4th event, the one person that we do need to book ahead of time is the DJ.
Kev Mack.
Yep. I saw him at the tree event.
Who?
Kevin Mack.
Oh.
Mac Daddy. He's from, I think, Randolph, and he's on the select board, and he was very understanding of everything that the towns are going through. He sees it himself, and because I felt bad because we had already booked him and then we weren't able to.
Yeah.
But he didn't say that he was available, but I can, because we didn't know if we were going to be able to have it, but I can reach out and tentatively ask him if he's available. The biggest expense for the July 4th event is obviously all of the staff, and we did have the bouncies, to have everybody do have the bounce houses. Obviously we can change those ideas and thoughts, and we had any food trucks that came, they just came. They weren't, that was not an expense for the rec department.
Right.
And the Boy Scouts the Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts did their own, they had their space too. So we had the ice cream truck and the lemonade truck come, and a couple, I think that was it, ice cream.
Is it worth it? Because I wouldn't want to take away an opportunity to make money from people that are already working for us. But is this something that we could get volunteers for, high school kids early on? Say can you sign up to work this event in the summer, or do we like to have the staff do it? Because if that is one of the biggest expenses, it'd probably be an easy one to. As long as we could reliably get kids, we could probably get volunteers to do it.
It's just a challenging weekend because it's the 4th of July.
That's
I don't
true.
know. And the staff does love it, but
Mm-hmm.
it does. That is a big expense.
Maybe
Especially for the pool. If we have the pool,
Mm-hmm.
because in the past we've offered free, a couple hours. The pool is free for anyone who wants to come. Which is very challenging I come from an aquatic background, and it has always given me heart palpitations to have all of that happening, just because it depending on the weather, of course. Can be so many people, and we have 100-person limit.
Yeah.
And so it makes it very challenging to monitor that.
Maybe
That's what people expected. I had four lifeguards on duty, and then a gate attendant, and I was there also, just checking people in, just counting people, having them sign in. Not that they had to pay, but at least we knew how many people were there.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, depending on the weather, it's a lot. It's quite a lot, and I guess it has been since that was what was shared with me when I first started. So it's always, quote unquote, always been like that.
So I like the idea of having the pool open, and so staffing that. But in terms of the races and things like that, I wonder if we could put out feelers to see if it could be a volunteer hours thing instead. If it's worth it. I mean, if we can pay for it, if it's not a hardship, then we can keep paying them. But if we're looking to have it and we're looking to, just an idea.
Yeah, we
Would
can cross separate.
your counselors in training be able to do any of that? The ones that work at the camp?
They come specifically for a specific week. They're not there the whole time.
Yeah, but that could be something.
And they've registered ahead of time. I guess that's a possibility, but they're new to it, so they don't know.
I mean, depending on what the task is, but that's someone who could be there on the 4th.
They're.
Time.
They're 14 years old though.
Right. So
it's just you need somebody to organize them and take care of all that too.
Yeah.
So we've had about probably I mean, because we had the bouncies and because we had all of the other things happening,
Yeah.
we needed more people to like monitor or kind of just like watch the bouncy houses and things like that. If we limited that, it would be less staff because you would just need probably 5
Okay.
to do that, as opposed to I think not last year but the year before we probably had like 8 or 10 on because of just the need for the supervision of the kids.
Okay.
And the organization of them. So we certainly can. I can look back and see what we actually did.
So if we, the 10,000 for expenses, that's going to be a line item at town meeting? Or
Yes, if it gets a.
so
if
if that gets approved, would that be too close to July to like then be more comfortable in kind of running the 4th of July as usual? Because you'd be more comfortable taking money out of their revolving account, or do you know what I mean? Or I don't know
Yeah, that's
if we
up
want
to
to
you
make
guys.
decisions now, or do we want to wait until we know if we have that money going into July? I just don't know. I don't remember how early we start. Like, I mean, booking the DJ is one thing, but like, and then the bouncy houses and stuff. But as far as deciding staffing and if we're going to have the pool open, maybe we could wait on certain things like that until we know if we're getting that.
But like,
Yeah, that's a good point.
I would guess that the DJ's time sensitive. We should probably do that.
Yeah,
early.
yeah.
But the bouncy houses, you have more time to
Yeah.
decide.
Yeah.
I think.
Definitely. Yeah, you definitely do.
I don't know if we want to vote to approve just booking the DJ for now, and then we can kind of still work on planning it, but then make tough choices whether or not we get that 10 grand at town meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I motion
I'll look
to
into it.
to appropriate funds to book the DJ for 4th of July. Does that work?
Yeah. Second.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Next comes planning for the summer park and pool programs. So I sent out a letter to all of the staff, pool and park programs, asking if they are interested in returning. They all were absolutely fabulous, so sent it out to everybody. We have the majority of the park program counselors coming back,
Nice.
which is fabulous, including the director and the assistant director. And we have 2 so far lifeguards coming back.
Okay, that's great.
So I'm glad to hear that. One of the lifeguards lifeguards have to be, as you all well know, every 2 years they have to be recertified. So 2 years ago we were able to offer offer lifeguard training because we had a person on staff who was a lifeguard trainer, and we had the pool and we did it in here in the office, and so that group of kids that has their 2 years is up this year. So at this moment I don't have a lifeguard trainer.
Mm-hmm.
So I let them know in the letter that I sent them that if their certification was up, they needed to recertify.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the lifeguards asked if, because of she was one of them, asked if it's possible to reimburse her for the class, because what we basically did was we asked them to pay for their certification, which was like the actual certification cost, and the supplies, which was basically $100. So they paid for that, which was basically half of the class. But because we were paying the lifeguard trainer who was on our staff, it wasn't the cost of the entire class. Like if you would take it at like the YMCA or like through another organization. Like the Red Cross certification is offered at the Y. It's also offered at what's the name of the place in Weymouth? It's a big pool facility. I forget.
Oh yeah, it was DCR, and now they changed it
Yeah.
to.
So they had a class
Town
there.
owns it
So
now or
those
something,
like
yeah.
local area people, they had programs for that offered the Red Cross certification. And that's all on the Red Cross website. So I let the kids know that they needed to do that. So one of the questions that I have for you is that possible to potentially reimburse them for some of it, if knowing that they were certified with us?
I mean,
Or is
If we
that
don't-
something that they need to take on themselves now? I mean, obviously they can take the certification and go anywhere,
Mhm.
but the fact that they want to come back and be committed here is a nice thing too.
If we originally emailed them saying we don't have the money to pay for it, how is it different to reimburse them for it after they've taken it?
Right. It's, yeah.
Like
Right.
I think that like since we already said that it's out of the budget, like we should probably stick by that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. She sent me an email back and
Yeah,
asked, and
what's the expense for them to? I mean, it probably varies depending on where they go, but
You said about $100.
About
it was like
$100?
the recertification class is not as intense, so it's
Okay.
only like a 4-hour class. I
Yeah.
want to say, I honestly don't know. If I
Yeah.
would be guessing, probably 300.
Okay.
I haven't gone on the Red Cross website.
My oldest had to get waterfront for Island Grove.
Yep.
Once she got hired, they covered half of it. So she was just like, I don't know, what was it, like some $300 or so out of pocket or something. So
Maybe the question is like if we only get 2 of the 4 that return.
Yeah.
And we need 2 more lifeguards. Is it going to be really, really hard to get those 2? Like, is it worth it to pay for this, knowing that it's going to save us like a lot of grief in the long run?
they have to be already working here, right? Like you wouldn't. They'd be hired first, and then they'd get the training.
Well,
once they were hired.
ideally, you would come and as you have your certification and you come. But there was a year there when there were so many, we needed lifeguards, and so we had the trainer availability, and we had a whole bunch of them trained. And then that next year there was a group, because Caroline did it 2 years in a row, and like that next group, like the year later, needed the recertification, so they kind of jumped in with the new class that was coming. So like she was able to recertify those, but that's the group that's up now for recertification. So it's like we were able to keep it for a little while, so it wasn't a huge expense for us, because we were paying for the trainer, basically, who was a staff member. So it worked out, but I don't have that availability at this point.
Yeah.
So so it really is on their own, like if they want to do that. I don't know. It's a tough call.
So, is there
Because the FinCom from years back did say that money could be used for training.
Yeah.
And so we did. We had that money to use for training. So that was part of that whole activities, expenses, or salaries, whatever you wanted to call it. And I was able to use the general fund for that. Unfortunately, at the moment, I don't have that availability.
Yeah. So there's no one we could hire to come and run a training where whatever would be involved in getting the trainer here, we could pay for that.
Right, and we have, because we had the original trainer was from the American Red Cross, who came and did the original one. And so she was I guess like a vendor.
Okay.
Like she She
Yeah.
was we paid her, like the kids paid for the program, and then the town paid her what her fee was. So it basically like went in, went out.
Yeah. Okay. But
So we did do that. She she is only as far as I know. Maybe I can contact her, Carrie Fisher. She was only training water safety instructors.
Mm-hmm.
She's not training lifeguard
Okay.
trainers anymore.
Okay.
But there might be somebody else who
Mm-hmm.
could potentially do that. We had the luxury of being able to use, because we coordinated with Abington that first year, and we coordinated with Camp Kiwanee, because we were all in that situation because it had been COVID. So we were all in that situation. So all three of us got together and were able to do that, and we were able to certify a lot of kids for lifeguarding as well as water safety instruction. And then everybody kind of went off and did their own.
Yeah.
Like I tried to reach out and get Camp Kiwanee on last year as well. They didn't have anybody. So the water safety instructors that were trained by Carrie were like, she came down a couple days and she had coordinated them with another class, which was another class she was teaching. And so it worked out. Like, she was able to do that. It wasn't like a whole class, like was able to happen the year before at Camp Kiwanee. So
yeah, I know it's hard. It does sound like a good idea to me to have a session here for our
it was
retirees,
perfect because we
you
had
know,
the
like
pool
this.
here, and then the kids went over to Camp Kiwanee, or they went to the Abington Pond and did the open water too. Like, she was able to do all of it. But
Yeah.
I can ask. I can reach out and
Margaret
ask Carrie.
and Hanson. Do you
She
think
was the
knows
one.
anyone?
She's worked with Carrie,
Okay.
so we've all done the same program.
Okay.
And I'm not sure how the lifeguards or the water safety instructors were trained. Some of them probably took it other places.
Yeah.
Who work at Camp Kiwanee.
Yeah, they didn't have it on site. I remember last year I had to take Jack to the club in Duxbury.
Yeah, for recertification.
Yeah, over by the.
Do you remember how much
course.
that? Yeah. Do you remember how much that?
It was
cost,
because it
was
was a recertification. It wasn't that much. It was 100 something.
200,
maybe
something like
200
that.
total.
Yeah,
I
so
had
that's
to
what I
Venmo
was
the
thinking.
Kid who did it.
Yeah.
Maybe I can find his name.
Was he a trainer?
Yeah,
a
yeah.
trainer?
He was just working at the club there, and he was willing to do the training.
So he was a lifeguard trainer.
Yeah.
Like, who could work? Yeah, because you have to have like the certification to be a Red Cross trainer to train.
I'll find his name. I'll look at my Venmo history.
Oh, sweet.
And see if he's willing to come
and I
here
can ask
and
Carrie
do
too.
something for us. Yeah. But I do think it's some way, or instead of just saying go get it and show us your certificate, like actually, taking the horse to the water seems like a good idea.
No, I was a fan of being able to do that, and it worked out great when we were able to.
Okay.
So in that situation, we would hire someone to bring them in, and then our lifeguards wouldn't have to pay for it because they don't.
Well, they would end up paying a certain amount of it.
Yes, but not
because
for the entire thing.
the entire thing.
But,
Basically, like split it. So we said
Yeah.
like they were paying for their supplies and their like books and things like that, and materials, I guess. And then just so they have some ownership, because again, they can take that and go anywhere.
Yeah, basically they're paying the Red Cross side of things. Or
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we're taking care of the labor.
Yes.
I think that's a good arrangement. I think we should, whatever we can do
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
to try to make that happen. I think that's good.
Probably makes it more attractive to hire somebody too. Like that doesn't have it. If you say, "Oh, I'm going to pay," we do the training and we pay for part of it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it does, because the initial training is a lot. It's expensive. It's
Right.
$400
It's-
or something.
Yeah.
It's worth it. I mean, it does pay, but and that's why they get paid more than like a person who's just starting out as like a camp counselor, park program counselor.
Oh, sure.
But so speaking of that, we're so far. I know we find with the park program staff, the
Mhm.
pool staff, as always,
Yeah.
is a big question mark.
Yeah.
So I have faith. I think that a lot of the kids will come back. So I just haven't heard from them yet. The one thing I could not print out was my thoughts for program fees for next year, and I am not good with Excel, so I couldn't get what I had tried to because last year, remember, we had the spreadsheet that had all of the information on it about the cost of all the programs, and we were gonna duo thing. We're gonna miss it. So I don't. Does anybody good with Excel? They could print this out, or do you want to just come look at it on the big screen? I tried to print it, and I couldn't get the 2026 column.
You got this,
to
Ryan?
come in.
No.
I can do Excel.
Yeah, I'm a Google Sheets expert. It's like the same. I just get.
They, you got it.
I mean,
I just wanted to get this printed, but obviously I can't. It's
Just
too
delete
big
the
to
cells.
print
Yeah,
it.
you have to
Or
delete
I think you
control.
should, so you can delete the cells. You should be able to also just print, and then print only selection. Okay, yeah. So go back and then select
There you go.
this part.
You gotta go. Yeah, I tried. I got it.
It should work.
If it prints one page, we're good. If it just starts going and going.
Okay, I have enough of this to.
We've got 640.
You picking someone up after
Yeah,
this?
I can't make Ryan stay there all night.
Mhm.
He's already
Oh
there
no,
till.
my goodness.
till-
No. So I just don't know if the 2026 one is
Okay,
gonna
that
print.
sounds
If
good.
the dark blue line is gonna print.
Oh, if it's too dark.
No, what? Not that, but if it's gonna make it to.
Almost had it on one page. Almost.
So close. It just went on to a different page.
Just,
Yeah,
just
I don't
two.
think the
Only
dark
two.
blue. Oh, did the dark blue line?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
1 and 2.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Do you
1
want me
and
to print
2.
another copy of it?
Wait, are there 3?
Yeah.
Is this a single copy?
So it's
it's just
3.
like
It's
4
3.
pages. It's 3. Okay. Because I found page 2. I didn't know there was a page 2.
Thanks.
It goes-
So I could have done this better, but we did get all the information.
3. That should be 3.
Thank you.
Well, I
Yeah.
didn't print it. No, this is like it's gonna go like.
However, it's 3.
It goes like this,
Okay.
and then this is gonna be.
Oh,
Here.
there's.
This
So
is
there's
gonna
only
be
2
here and
copies.
here. Well,
Okay.
there's probably only one copy, I think.
We'll put them like
This
this.
is
Yeah.
field
All right,
rentals.
well, we can look. Yeah. Sure. All right.
That's
cool.
field rentals. That goes.
Yeah, just tell us what you want.
Well, it's basically this
Okay.
line item. It's the dark blue. I can read
Okay,
it
got
from
it.
here. So, I wanted to keep the daily rate and the pool pass the same price.
Yeah.
That was $5 for the daily, and $150 for a season pass. I didn't change anything for like if people wanted to rent the field or if people wanted to rent the pool. Kept that all the same. The pool staff, we can talk about their hourly rates. But that was just general. Like the supervisor for the pool is 20, A lifeguard starting out with 16. A swim instructor starting out with 17. A gate attendant starting out with 15, which is the minimum wage.
Yeah, right.
Swim lessons, I increased by $5. So like $120 for first child. And then if you had 2 kids, the second child was only $115. And then the third child, if you had a third child, then the program was $95. So I just increased everything by $5. The park program staff, the director starting at 20 or 21, assistant director 18 or 19, depending on so that was last year to this year, and then the area coordinator bumping it up 50 cents. But again, that's not. What do you call it? Like, that's starting, but that's if you had been here longer. So basically, I was increasing like everybody's, if they had been here, by 50 cents.
So swimming lessons will increase by $5, and then salaries will increase by 50 cents if they have been here in the past.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
This is what she's on.
Do you want to look at it, Ryan, from here? No,
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
It kind of all.
Yeah, we can each
It's
have.
not.
Oh, geez,
So
Louise.
that's why we couldn't follow. But
Oh.
this is where the 50 cents is coming
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah.
Salaries will increase.
And this is just me attempting to do this, like I said,
Wait.
I'm not good at
Wait.
Excel, so it wasn't like.
from 2 years back. So
Because this goes all the way back to
Here we go.
2021. In 2023, we had to.
So it's on.
In 2022, we had to put everybody up to minimum wage.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So then we increase everything. I probably should have this changed to be like what it is to start and not with the 50 cents. But again, we can talk about the hourly rate. I wanted to try and get the information to Unipay so that we can set up the online payment for people because they're already asking me for it, believe it or not.
Okay.
People
I had
like
someone
to
ask me
plan-
today.
People like to plan for the summer way ahead,
Okay.
which is perfectly fine and understandable. But then, so the next item was the weekly program for the park program. Last year, for one child, it was $160. I was gonna bump it up $5 to $165.
Sure.
Per child?
The second child.
For the first
yeah,
child.
for
Okay.
just the first child, and then the second child will be $150. So in that, previously we had said like, okay, second family, we like was the total price. The way Unipay sets it up is that you go in and you fill out, you click one child, and then you click like you have a second child. So it like automatically does that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I wrote it like this. Like, so the second child would be $150. The third child would be $140. The fourth child would be $130. So in the past, we had like a family cap, but you don't necessarily have to have a family cap because it doesn't work that way on the Unipay
Yeah.
scale. Like when when you put it in the cart kind of thing. And then I kept the CIT, counselor and training, the same. Swim team, I left blank. We haven't been able to have it for the last 2 years. I think it might be, sadly, not
I mean,
able to return.
everyone does club and doesn't do town.
Yeah, it's changed a lot.
But I mean, it's going around in all the sports. I mean, they just sign up for clubs, and the town piece of it just
Fun,
falls
the town
away.
Fun is like, yeah.
It's like, ugh.
And I kept the rental fees for Salt Lake. These are out. We don't charge for the Whitman youth leagues.
Right.
This is for people who want to rent the fields
Right.
outside of it.
That all seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Those prices seem fine.
Do we have anybody coming for like spring softball? Any of the we got the out leagues or Was it Venom that used to do it?
Yeah, we have. They ended up getting their own facility,
Oh yeah.
so they
I forgot
don't
about
use
that.
us anymore.
Yeah.
They used to use Whitman Middle School like all the time
Yeah.
for women. They used the women's little league. Fields.
That was when there was an overlap between the Little League board and the Venom people. That was like a huge piece of that.
Yeah.
Because it was the same people using the field.
Oh,
all the
I
time.
see. Yeah.
They wanted to run their club there, but now the board isn't Venom anymore, so less focus on that, I guess.
Yeah, so we've had a couple different groups ask to use it, but it was sporadic last summer.
Yeah,
That's the reason why we can't have the portable toilets at the fields anymore, because that was what basically was that revenue. Anybody who rented the fields, it went into the field account, and then I was like, we had the money to be able to do that.
Did Special Olympics contact you about the town field at all?
They have not yet.
Okay, because we used to sublet it to them from softball. They would use the softball field every summer.
So
and
last summer,
last year, we don't have
we
any
don't have
fields.
fields. So they ended up using the baseball fields at Whitman Middle School.
Okay. Yeah,
so they were able to accommodate them.
Yeah. Okay,
so they did.
That's good.
All right, great. Is that something we need to say?
Approve the increases.
Second.
Yes.
All right.
Great, I can get that out. Wrapping up here. Field uses for spring. I sent out the field request form to all of the town organizations, and I've received Whitman Little Leagues back so far. So waiting on soccer, softball, and lacrosse.
I can get that too.
The field for softball will still be set up. The lower park field is set up for softball, and the memorial field will be used a lot for soccer, especially for the older group for their games and stuff. So, and lacrosse. I'm thinking that they'll be able to have the similar setup that they had last year for their field usage. So it seemed
good.
They all seemed very okay, but they were all, not very happy that we couldn't do the portable potties. But hopefully they'll somehow, all of the organizations will get together and try and figure out the best situation for that. If they could all do that. I shared the information that I had with Whitman Little League for the people that we had used. And I know that in the past at Whitman Middle School, soccer and baseball
softball had one.
Oh, softball. Did you work with that too?
Yeah.
You got, it was, I don't know, whoever it was, they worked together. So somebody paid it 1 month and somebody paid it another month for that kind of thing. I don't know who. I know soccer was involved, and I'm not sure because it was the fall.
Okay. Yep.
For that, but if things change, I'm happy to start that up again.
Yeah,
we can do that. Do we have any updates from open space or community preservation?
No, we got approved for some grants. It's really conservation that's been kind of having a lot of stuff come up for that. Not much on the recreation side, but I'm excited. We're forming kind of, because the open space is over, we're forming kind of like a implementation committee.
Great.
Kind of comprised of the same people. So, yeah.
And the only thing for community preservation, I thought when we get the information, I can request and ask for the ADA pump, the chairlift for the pool to be part of that. With the help of T&D Pool Company, I think I can get the pricing and stuff.
Great.
They did say they were gonna let me know what the price would be. I just haven't heard from them yet. So that was something that I thought of because we do need to.
CPC.
Yeah, CPC. Yeah, is that what I said? CPC.
No, I was just clarifying before I typed it. You're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, right. We don't need the PC.
So we're gonna try to get the wheelchair lift included in a grant from them. Perfect.
if it's possible. That does need to be replaced. It was not able to be put in properly last year, so we do need to get that taken care of. Any open discussion?
No.
All right. Well, thank you all.
Okay.
We
Motion
need to
to
do
adjourn.
we need
Second.
a
Yes.
meeting
Aye.
for next. Do we need a meeting date for
Uh,
next time?
Yeah, we should set a meeting date. 6:56. Kevin, did you second it?
I do.
Perfect. Okay.
Wholeheartedly.
Yes.
We'll
Like
have to
I did
ban.
5 minutes ago.
Mm.
Okay. There is one Thursday I can't do next month. The 26th, I have a meeting.
I can't do the 19th. I'll be skiing.
Nice.
Oh, good for you.
Maybe the 12th.
12th works for me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
All right. 6 p.m.
But that's always
He's like,
the
sure.
same.
No, it's just-
It's always
I-
crazy.
I'm gonna have
Great.